Hello. Today I would like to talk about Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who led the nation through its Civil War and played a key role in ending slavery. Let's know it. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in a log cabin in Hardin County, Kentucky. He was the second child of Thomas and Nancy Lincoln, and the family lived in poverty. When Abraham was just 9 years old, his mother died from milk sickness, a tragedy that had a profound impact on him. His father remarried a woman named Sarah Bush Johnston, who played a significant role in his upbringing. Lincoln's formal education was limited, but he was an avid reader and taught himself many subjects. He had a deep love for books and spent much of his free time reading. In 1830, his family moved to Illinois, where Abraham worked on farms, in stores, and as a rail splitter. Despite the hard work, Lincoln continued his self-education and developed an interest in law. In 1834, Lincoln was elected to the Illinois State Legislature as a member of the Whig Party. He studied law and became a self-taught lawyer, passing the bar exam in 1836. Lincoln practiced law in Springfield, Illinois, and gained a reputation as an honest and skilled lawyer. His legal career helped him build connections that would be vital in his political career. In 1846, Lincoln was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, where he served one term. He opposed the Mexican-American War and gained attention for his strong anti-slavery stance. After his term in Congress, Lincoln returned to practicing law. However, he became increasingly involved in politics, particularly in opposition to the expansion of slavery into new territories. In 1854, the Kansas-Nebraska Act was passed, which allowed for the possibility of slavery expanding into the Western territories. Lincoln was deeply opposed to this, and he re-entered politics to fight against it. In 1858, Lincoln ran for U.S. Senate against Stephen A. Douglas. Although he lost the Senate race, Lincoln gained national attention for his debates with Douglas, where he made his position on slavery clear. Lincoln argued that the nation could not endure permanently half slave and half free. His position on slavery and the Union set the stage for his presidential campaign in 1860. In 1860, Lincoln was elected as the 16th President of the United States. His victory was seen as a threat by the Southern states, leading to the secession of several Southern states. Shortly after Lincoln's election, the Civil War began, a conflict between the Northern Union states and the Southern Confederate states. The war would become one of the most significant events in American history. Lincoln was determined to preserve the Union and end slavery. He faced immense challenges in leading the country through the war, both politically and militarily. One of Lincoln's most important acts as president was the Emancipation Proclamation, issued on January 1, 1863. This executive order declared that all slaves in the Confederate States were to be set free. The Emancipation Proclamation was a turning point in the Civil War, shifting the focus from just preserving the Union to also fighting for the freedom of enslaved people. It also allowed African Americans to join the Union Army. In 1864, Lincoln was re-elected as president despite the ongoing war. His leadership and resolve to end slavery helped to solidify his support, especially in the northern states. Throughout the war, Lincoln faced challenges from both the Confederacy and political opponents. However, his ability to communicate with the public and rally support was key to his success. One of Lincoln's most famous speeches was the Gettysburg Address, delivered on November 19, 1863, at the site of the Battle of Gettysburg. In this brief yet powerful speech, Lincoln reiterated the principles of equality and liberty on which the nation was founded. The Gettysburg Address is considered one of the greatest speeches in American history, emphasizing the importance of national unity and the need to end slavery. In 1865, the Civil War came to an end after General Robert E. Lee, commander of the Confederate Army, surrendered to Ulysses South Grant at Appomattox Courthouse. The Union was preserved and slavery was abolished. However, just days after the war ended, on April 14, 1865, Lincoln was tragically assassinated by John Wilkes Booth while attending a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. He died the following day on April 15th. Lincoln's assassination shocked the nation, and his death marked the end of a tumultuous era in American history. He was mourned by millions across the country. Abraham Lincoln is remembered for his leadership during the Civil War and his role in ending slavery. His legacy has had a lasting impact on American society and politics. His efforts to preserve the Union and abolish slavery made him one of the most revered presidents in U.S. history. He is often celebrated for his integrity, wisdom, and dedication to equality. Lincoln's legacy has been honored in many ways, including the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., which stands as a symbol of his commitment to freedom and justice. Abraham Lincoln's impact extends beyond the Civil War and slavery. His belief in democracy and the power of government to improve society continues to influence American politics. Lincoln's actions during his presidency set important precedents for future leaders. His leadership style, marked by empathy and pragmatism, is often cited as an example for modern politicians. His personal character, marked by honesty and humility, earned him the nickname Honest Abe. Lincoln's ability to navigate through difficult situations with grace and integrity remains an inspiration. Despite the enormous challenges he faced, Lincoln was able to achieve his vision of a united nation. His legacy as a champion of liberty, equality, and democracy endures. Abraham Lincoln is often considered one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history. His contributions to the nation's founding ideals and his leadership during its darkest times continue to resonate today. Lincoln's presidency transformed the United States, ensuring that the nation would remain united and that the institution of slavery would never again have a place in American society. Abraham Lincoln's story is one of perseverance, compassion, and a steadfast commitment to justice. His leadership has shaped the path of the nation and continues to inspire people around the world.